Hi, my name is Tatiana Pound, and this is my critical mashups number 2, and I'm doing my video on Hume and Descartes. First, I would like to talk about Hume. To begin with, Hume believed in moral philosophy, and he was also a bit of a skeptic. Hume questioned our ideas of morality. Where do we get our ideas of morality from? So pleasure of approval, it usually indicates good, whereas displeasure indicates bad. For instance, as a child, we're taught that if we do something bad, we get punished, and if we do something good, we get rewarded. So in this case, he believed that reason didn't make our moral determination. Another topic that Hume focused on was sympathy. Now, sympathy is when you understand what someone else is going through and you have some sort of idea of how they're feeling. Sometimes this sympathy can be transferred from one person to another, and Hume called this the principle of association. For instance, if one of your friends is feeling sad and you're trying to talk to them and then you automatically feel sad, that's what Hume believed to be the principle of association. Why do we tend to feel sad though? What do we all have in common? Well, we're humans. We all experience emotions, so those feelings just tend to transfer over. Maybe sometimes you put yourself in whoever you're talking to's shoes, and then you automatically have sympathy for them. So basically, Hume believed that no one is born with prior knowledge, and we learn from our senses and experiences. So now on to Descartes. Descartes questioned everything. He was a firm believer of radical doubt. Now, what he did believe was that our sense perception is very deceiving. He always believed that there was room for doubt when it came to our senses. He didn't trust senses at all whatsoever. For example, objects can look different depending on how close you are to it or how far you are away from it. Descartes also gives the example of a dream being so real and so vivid, or seeming so real and seeming so vivid. So is our senses really reliable then? Because in reality, dreams aren't true, but it can feel very real. He expresses that even corporeal things aren't primarily known through our senses, and that all our senses do is gather info and our minds just processes it. So the difference between the two philosophers, Hume and Descartes, is that Hume was more so focused on trusting our senses. He believed that our thoughts and our ideas are our perceptions, and that we learn, like I said before, we learn through our senses and experiences. While Descartes was the complete opposite. He didn't trust senses at all. He believed that they were very deceitful, and that we should question everything until we are no longer doubtful about whatever we are questioning. And as far as the similarity between the two, they focused on senses and perception. As far as me siding with one of the two philosophers, it's kind of hard to choose between the two because I agree with some things from both sides. So for Hume, I agree that we do learn from our senses and experiences, and in a way we can trust our senses in certain situations. However, I do also see where Descartes is coming from as far as how we can't trust our senses. Like in a dream, I've had dreams that were vivid, but they weren't real. So, and that was my sense, like, maybe I was scared in one of my dreams and then I woke up and reality hits. It wasn't real. So how can I really trust my senses? I also agree with the example he gives, like about how objects may look different. how can I really trust my senses then if, say, if I'm far away and the object could be, it may look small, but as I get closer to it, it tends to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Then I feel like my senses are failing me. So overall, I agree with both, but only certain things from both. But I do feel like you can and you can't trust your senses. As you can see, the two philosophers share similarities and also share many differences. My name is Tatiana Powell, and that's all I have for my critical mashup too. Thanks for watching.